My first trip on my new CFMoto 450. I was quite surprised at how smooth it was to ride even on the motorway. The seat in particular was very comfortable. What did bother me was that as soon as the display showed there was less than 50 kilometers of fuel left in the tank, the display suddenly went blank. In most parts of Europe, this shouldn't be a problem as there are petrol stations pretty much everywhere. In other countries, however, it can be quite worrying if the display goes blank. So I have to look for a petrol station as quickly as possible. The final stop on my trip was Siena, in Italy. Siena is one of the most fascinating cities in Tuscany. At the heart of Siena lays the famous Piazza del Campo, a unique cell-shaped square considered one of the most beautiful in Europe. Siena has many historic buildings. One of the most famous is Siena Cathedral. It's one of the most beautiful Gothic churches in Italy. Siena is my base for the 2 weeks I'm spending in Tuscany. During those 2 weeks I had Italian language lessons in the morning, and in the afternoon and the weekends I hopped on my motorbike to ride as much as possible along the beautiful off-road trails. Not far from Siena runs the ACT, the Adventure Country Trail. I was immediately looking forward to the first opportunity to try out the CFMoto off-road. You could tell straight away that the bike is built for narrow roads and off-road tracks, and Tuscany has plenty of those. The CFMoto is very maneuverable, agile and extremely pleasant to ride. Tuscany is considered one of the most beautiful regions in Europe. This stunning landscape had so much to offer. Beautiful views, farms, cypress-lined roads, and historic little towns. Everything here moves at a calm and peaceful pace. You feel right at home here. I choose to take the roads south of Siena. The areas around Pienza and Val di Orcia in particular are wonderful to ride through. This area has become famous thanks to the film The Gladiator, starring Russell Crowe. You could therefore encounter plenty of tourists, especially in the locations featured in the film. However, as soon as you went off-road, you can come across no more than a few cyclists or walkers. The off-road tracks are easy for anyone to ride. However, whereas I occasionally had my doubts with my BMW GS, This was no issue for the CFMoto with the 60 kilos lighter. If you're on a tight budget, beginner rider, or simply want to do a lot of off-road riding, the CFMoto is a great bike that won't let you down. The price too, around 6,000 euros in Europe, is very reasonable, especially when compared to other bikes. For navigation, I mainly used Google Maps and DMD2. This was the first time I used DMD2. It took a bit of getting used to, but I soon realized it's a brilliant navigation system, especially when it comes to off-road riding and planning routes and tracks. I've had 2 brilliant weeks in Siena and Tuscany. I definitely recommend Tuscany if you've never been here before. Bear in mind that the best time of the year is visiting in spring, where everything is in bloom and smells wonderful. Please give a big thumbs up if you found this video useful and worth watching. Thank you very much.